How rabbits can help in making desert green. Rabbits can play a role in desert greening efforts through their ecological contributions, particularly in the context of promoting biodiversity and soil fertility. Here's how rabbits can help in making deserts green. 1. Seed dispersal. Rabbits are known to consume a variety of plants, including grasses, shrubs, and herbs. As they forage and move through their habitat, rabbits inadvertently disperse seeds through their feces. These seeds can then germinate and grow into new vegetation, contributing to the natural regeneration of plant communities in desert ecosystems. By dispersing seeds, rabbits help in increasing plant diversity and vegetation cover, which is essential for stabilizing soils and preventing desertification. 2. Nutrient cycling. Rabbits are herbivores that feed on plant material, including leaves, stems, and roots. As they digest plant matter, rabbits excrete nutrient-rich feces that contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and other essential nutrients. These nutrients can enrich the soil and promote plant growth, especially in nutrient-poor desert environments. Through their feeding and excretion activities, rabbits contribute to nutrient cycling and soil fertility, which are crucial for sustaining vegetation in arid regions. 3. Burrowing behavior. Some species of rabbits are burrowers, creating underground tunnels and burrows as shelter from predators and extreme temperatures. These burrows can serve as microhabitats for other wildlife species, including insects, reptiles, and small mammals. By creating burrows, rabbits enhance habitat complexity and biodiversity in desert ecosystems, providing refuge and resources for a diverse array of plant and animal species. 4. Natural grazing and trampling. Rabbits graze on vegetation, selectively feeding on certain plant species while avoiding others. This grazing behavior can influence plant composition and structure in desert habitats, shaping plant communities and ecosystem dynamics. Additionally, rabbits' trampling activities can disturb the soil surface, facilitating seed germination and nutrient cycling. While excessive grazing pressure can negatively impact vegetation in some cases, moderate grazing by rabbits can promote plant diversity and ecosystem resilience in desert environments. 5. Indicator species. Rabbits are often considered indicator species, meaning their presence and abundance can provide insights into the health and condition of ecosystems. Monitoring rabbit populations and their interactions with vegetation can help researchers and conservationists assess the effectiveness of desert greening initiatives and evaluate ecosystem responses to environmental changes. By studying rabbits and their ecological roles, conservation efforts can be better informed and targeted towards enhancing desert biodiversity and resilience. While rabbits can contribute positively to desert ecosystems, it's essential to manage their populations sustainably to prevent overgrazing and habitat degradation. Balancing rabbit populations with available resources and ecological carrying capacity is crucial for maintaining healthy and resilient desert ecosystems. Additionally, integrating rabbit conservation into broader desert greening strategies can maximize their ecological benefits and contribute to the overall success of restoration efforts. Which country used this? Rabbits have been introduced to various countries for agricultural, ecological, and recreational purposes. However, it's essential to note that the intentional introduction of rabbits to certain regions has led to unintended ecological consequences, particularly when rabbits become invasive and cause harm to native ecosystems. One notable example of rabbit introduction and its ecological impact occurred in Australia. European rabbits, Oryctolagus cuniculus, were introduced to Australia in the 18th century for hunting purposes. But their population quickly exploded due to favorable environmental conditions and the absence of natural predators. As a result, Rabbits became widespread across the continent and had significant ecological impacts on native vegetation, soil erosion, and biodiversity. In some instances, rabbits have contributed to desertification and land degradation by overgrazing vegetation, particularly in arid and semi-arid regions. Their burrowing activities can also destabilize soils and disrupt ecosystems, exacerbating erosion and habitat loss. While rabbits were not intentionally introduced for desert greening purposes in Australia, their ecological interactions and population dynamics serve as a cautionary example of the importance of considering the potential consequences of species introductions and managing invasive species to protect native ecosystems and biodiversity. In other countries, rabbits may be managed or controlled to mitigate their impacts on ecosystems, restore degraded habitats, and promote ecological balance. However, specific approaches to rabbit management vary depending on local contexts and conservation goals. How China used this technique? In China, rabbits have not been intentionally used as a technique for desert greening. However, there have been efforts to address desertification and restore degraded lands through various means, including afforestation, soil conservation, and sustainable land management practices. China faces significant challenges related to desertification, particularly in regions such as the Northwest, e.g., the Tengger Desert, Kubuki Desert, and the North, e.g., the Hokkien Desert. To combat desertification and promote ecological restoration, the Chinese government has implemented ambitious initiatives and projects, such as the 3 North Shelter Belt Project, also known as the Great Green Wall, and the Grain for Green Program. 1. 3 North Shelter Belt Project, initiated in the late 20th century. The 3 North Shelter Belt Project aims to create a series of green belts across northern China to mitigate the impacts of desertification, reduce sandstorms, and improve ecological conditions. The project involves planting trees and shrubs along the northern boundary of China, stretching from Xinjiang in the west to Liaoning in the east. While the primary focus is on combating desertification and land degradation, the project also aims to enhance biodiversity, conserve water resources, and promote sustainable development in the region. 2. Grain for Green Program, launched in the late 1990s. The Grain for Green Program, also known as the Sloping Land Conversion Program, incentivizes farmers to convert steep or degraded agricultural land into forest or grassland through afforestation and reforestation efforts. By offering subsidies and support for tree planting and land rehabilitation, the program aims to improve soil conservation, prevent erosion, and enhance ecosystem services in vulnerable areas. While the program initially focused on reducing soil erosion and improving agricultural productivity, it has also contributed to combating desertification and restoring degraded lands in mountainous and upland regions. Additionally, China has invested in research and innovation to develop sustainable land management techniques and technologies for desert greening, such as water-saving irrigation systems, agroforestry practices, and ecological restoration methods. These efforts reflect China's commitment to addressing environmental challenges, conserving natural resources, and promoting ecological resilience through comprehensive and integrated approaches to land management and desertification control. While rabbits have not been deliberately employed as a desert greening technique in China, the country's experience with combating desertification and restoring degraded lands highlights the importance of coordinated and multifaceted strategies for ecological restoration and sustainable development in arid and semi-arid regions.
Thank you.